Hi everyone, it's Suzaida from Elevate, and I'm here with Shanae. We're back for day 5. Yay!
Woohoo, is my microphone here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 5 of the Elevate Your Energy, Live as Your Highest Self 5-day challenge. So we are on day 5. How exciting is that? How excited are you all? And I'm going to open the window real quick here to see engagement and to see how y'all are feeling today. One moment. And continue on if you want, sister. I'm just going to open the page here.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So first of all, we want you guys to know that Shanae and I created this on a total whim. Like we literally were like, what is our intention for everybody? And then how are we going to show up for you guys every single day so we can pour into you and deliver the best that we can, given like the last minute coordination of everything. So it turned out really nicely. This is based on the feedback we've been getting from you guys. So excited that you guys are experiencing beautiful shifts, beautiful elevated emotions. So mission accomplished. Now we're going to recap. Okay, we're going to recap. So your play work was to pick the 3 things from the Elevate event, if you attended that you wanted to implement in your life. If you didn't attend the Elevate event, it was what are the 3 habits you wanted to implement? And then we had you complete your human design, right? And then day 1 was about identifying, selecting, choosing the 5 emotions that you want to experience all throughout the day. And then day 2 was your declaration of what the 3 things, sister. What was it? Oh my God, my mind is totally the declaration.
So day 2 actually was the 5 emotions, right? That we declared and actually really feeling them. And
I'm totally forgetting.
we're totally blanking on what we went over.
Day 2. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pull up
Let's pull up
I'm just gonna pull up the comment or the video. What was it? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So your name, am committed to creating whatever the mini shift is, and the 3 emotions. There it is. I, Suzaida, am committed to creating a difference in the lives of the people who are participating in the 5-day challenge. And I choose to be a leader. I choose to be inspiring, and I choose to be motivating. So for instance, so that's what day 2 was about. Okay, thanks, sister. And then day 3, we did an overview of the human design. So hopefully, actually, some of you guys got pretty excited about the human design. So happy that we introduced that to you. Number 4 was the quantum visualization, where you did the visualizing exercise. And we asked you to list 10 things that get in the way of you experiencing those elevated emotions. So the 10 either thoughts or behaviors, the disempowering thoughts or behaviors that cause you then to move into a lower vibrational state. So you listed those 10 things. And one of you guys actually responded to an email to us and told us that you saw the correlation between the 10 things you listed and your human design, and that it was a really powerful understanding, and that the 10 things that you listed came from an undefined center in your human design. So what does that mean? That means that those are emotions, those are energies that are not yours. They're conditioned into you. And how powerful is it to know that about yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So now today, Sister, anything else to add to the recap?
Yeah, I love that. So you were saying, sister, that it's so important to be able to have an awareness of this. And I want to add that being able to be aware of what centers in human design are undefined. Like, for example, I'm a manifesting generator with sacral authority, and I have gates wide open in my head space. So that means that when I'm aware that a lot of my undefined center is coming from outside influence, you can take your power back and you can, really concentrate on the defined centers and push yourself and knowing, learn more about your human design and learn more about your defined centers so that you can actually use that as your superpower. Like, I have a very defined heart center, and that's the portal of creation. So I've been concentrating so much on my defined heart center, using that as my superpower. So it's so powerful to be able to know what your superpowers are instead of coming from a place of, oh, I have an undefined headspace and this and that. Like, work on the strengths that you have and go beyond awareness to actually start making those mini shifts toward your intentions in the ways that you flow best with the universe and how you dance best with the universe and the world around you. So it's just so powerful. We're both really passionate about human design and how we can use that as a tool and archetype to be able to really focus on how we can move forward, right? In our own in our own individually unique ways, because we all have our unique superpowers, or at least the superpowers that we connect best with, right? In this lifetime. So why not learn more about it and be aware of those things so that you can expand into whatever direction that you choose and create whatever expansion you want. So
Oh my
I wanted to
goodness.
add that. I'm so passionate about that. I'm glad you guys are aware now of your superpowers so that you
Yeah.
can for yourself.
Well, and as an added example, so for me, my bottom centers are undefined in my human design. I'm a projector with self-projected authority. So I have my head, my ajna, my throat, and my G center are defined. And everything else, my bottom centers are all undefined, which means I don't have like that I don't have built in me motor energy, like energy generating type of energy. And so things related to the root, the sacral, the spleen, the solar plexus, and the heart, those centers, those aspects of my beingness are all prone to conditioning. So that means that since I've been aware of that, I totally have been choosing to be around like amazing people in my life, because then I am being conditioned by their centers, and their centers, their bottom centers are giving me energy. And a perfect example of that is Shanae. She's a manifesting generator. Um, so her and I, like we go together really well. It's not to say our relationship is like perfect, but it like works, and we get each other, and we know how to navigate through life together, through our business together, our friendship. When we have breakdowns, like we can understand each other. And what else did I want to say? Oh, as having a self-projected authority. So my strategy for decision making is to like process things with my voice. Like, what is coming out of my mouth? Like, what my truth, my like true self comes out of my mouth. So anyway, it's so beautiful, and we're so happy, like Shanae said, we're able to introduce you to human design. So now for day five, okay, we are going to ground your experience in you, and we're going to ask you a few questions in order to do that. Okay, so this is your guys' play work for day 5. This is your play work for day 5, right? We have 5 questions that you guys get to journal about. And this is really going to connect you to the experience of the last 5 days. All right, go for it, sister.
All right. I was actually trying to type to Bree here. I see her active in the comments.
Hi,
Bree. Hey, Bree. Let me acknowledge you here. Thanks for showing up. We've been noticing you on a daily basis. And she just says, yes, this makes so much sense. Surround those who help energize you. Absolutely. I love that. So let's get right in.
But I just want to ask Bree. Bree, I didn't see, what's your human design? And which of your centers are undefined? I feel like I have an idea. Can you plug it in the chat? I'm so curious. Okay. Now for your play work, day 5 play work.
All right. So let's get back to day 5. I'm kind of going back and forth between windows here. So what we want to ask you for your play work, and this is a big day because we're kind of bringing everything all together. Suzaida just went through a beautiful recap of what you got to achieve over the last 4 days. Now on day 5, we're bringing it all together in this beautiful energy of now your why. Why is it so important for you to continue this momentum that you've built in this 5-day challenge and embody your intentions? Why is that so important for you? And this is actually something that if you have your journal with you, if you can write along as I'm saying this, these questions, because the task for day 5 is for you to answer these questions very deeply for you. Like this is basically for you. So as much energy as you put into answering these questions, you're doing yourself a service by going as in depth as you want to go. So that'll serve you. So why is it so important to continue this momentum and embody your intentions? And then next answer, after you've answered your why, like what'll happen if nothing changes and stays the same? So if you were to go back to the state that you were in before the 5-day challenge and go back to things staying the same basically and nothing changes, what will happen? What will your life look like? Because if we're not conscious, we're unconscious. And if we're operating under unconscious programs, we stay the same and we're going to remain receiving the same results. Okay, so after you answer that pivotal question in your journal, if you continue this, then who are you becoming and what are you achieving? And sister, could you elucidate a little bit more on that really important point? I think you say it so beautifully.
Yeah, it's about keeping this momentum, like continuing on this path. That which you experienced over this 5-day challenge, that is what you created for yourself. That is you stepping into your power. So continue this momentum. And as you continue this momentum, oh, Erin's calling. Erin, our co-host, is calling. Oh my God, I'm so happy about that. Okay, sorry.
That's how it happens in life, right, guys?
Yeah, so yeah, just a little side note. Erin, our co-host, has been in the hospital for the past 2 months. And so she is on the other end of that, healing, recovering so beautifully. So that's why I was like, I had to acknowledge that because I'm like, yay, our co-host and the third part of our Trinity is calling. Yay.
She felt us on the call.
I know. So yeah, so it's like, who are you? You know, as you continue this, think about the kind of person you're becoming. Think about what you're doing for yourself, what you're doing for your life, what you're achieving, like ground that in you. So to recap, that third question is, if you continue this, meaning you continue with this momentum and everything, you know, the things that you've learned that resonate with you, who are you becoming and what are you achieving?
Beautiful, sister.
Yes.
And after that, so after you've answered that question thoroughly in your journal, we're going now beyond intention and beyond awareness into what do you now declare? So what do you choose now going forward after you realize who you are becoming, who you want to become, and what you're achieving? And then after that, when you've actually answered what do you declare now and how you're moving forward, what are you committed to on a scale? Like, how committed are you on a scale of 1 to 10? So when you answer that question in your journal, numerically just put it in an objective view. Like, where am I on a scale of 1 to 10? How committed am I? Like, am I just a little bit committed? And this goes in direct correlation with your why. If you have a very strong why, then your level of commitment's probably going to be a lot greater and closer to 10 than if your why is not very strong. So that'll also be an indicator of how strong your why is.
And I'm putting all these 5 questions in the chat. So
yes. So you'll have that. You'll have that template, so you can write those questions down in your journal, get those answered. That is your task for today, your play task. And those, after you're done with that, just put in the comments, whether it be in the Facebook group under the post that Suzaida put up under the day, or whether that be through email, or you can do both. You can just let us know that you're done with that task. And then what you're going to do with that is you're going to send us via email your responses so that we know how committed you are and we know the answers to all of this.
Yeah. And we're going to hold you accountable.
Yes, we're going to hold you.
We're going to hold you accountable for as long as you stay in our community. Like, we know who you are. We know who you are. For as long as you stay in our community, we are going to hold you accountable. We're going to check up on you.
Yes.
You know, yeah. Because I just want to add, sister, like, getting really clear on these 5 things. This is what we learned when Shanae and I did the work of transformation. And these were questions that I know for me, I had never answered before in my whole life. And once I got clear on them, I was like, holy cow. Like, it's so powerful. It is so powerful. And then you answer them, you write it down, you journal, you're declaring it with yourself, acknowledging it, and you're telling the universe what you want or what you don't want.
Absolutely. Oh, so powerful. And so when you guys are done with that, this is a big day for us, for all of us, because you guys not only, first of all, we want to celebrate you, completely celebrate you. You got here to day 5. We're so grateful that you're here, and we completely freaking celebrate you for getting to day 5, because a lot of people wouldn't be committed to themselves in the way that you have been to get to day 5. So we want to celebrate you. We want to acknowledge you. We want you to know that we see you. And we're going to be, like we said at the beginning, this is our big announcement of the prizes that we're going to be gifting to the people that have chosen themselves to show up for this 5-day challenge in their strength, taking their power back, stepping into and embodying their power, and coming into oneness with their highest self. So, the big prize that we have for you. And we mentioned little snippets, and we're going to actually give you more information about it. But for now, you know that you're going to submit your journal entries to us so that we can create the prizes for the people that have gotten to today. And that's you. So when you submit your day 5 play task, we're going to accumulate all that into your own personal branding, kind of like ebook type medallion, so to speak. I've been liking to call them like medallion, to where like it's a book, it's a branding, it's particularly you, something that you can use to really look at and go forward in commitment to your why that you just established today. So the prize is that we're going to give you your own curated, and it's going to be different for all of you. We're going to personally curate these ebooks slash journal entries for all of you based on your engagement, based off of all of the wonderful comments that you've been making as we've been discovering more about you and celebrating you. So it's really going to be something that's particular to you.
Yes.
And
I love that. We're super excited about this. And I know when you guys hear ebook, it's not necessarily like you're going to have this large book. We're putting it into, when we say ebook, it's more about how it's going to be packaged. It might just have a handful of pages, but it's going to represent your experience, and we're going to brand it. We're going to brand it in a way that is also a representative of you. So like some of the imaging, the colors and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make it a lot of fun.
And it's going to be a big celebration of you and your commitment to this 5-day challenge, and you showing up for yourselves and putting in the play work to be able to learn more about and discover more about yourselves. And it's just a huge celebration. To be in the energy of celebration is you telling the universe, yes, and more, please. Like being in that energy of celebration with everything that you do, that's where finding enjoyment, and us calling it play work. And you really, like, when you're done with a play task, celebrating that you finished it, celebrated that you completed something, that you committed and invested in yourself. Like, that's to be celebrated. And we want to celebrate you for completing this day 5 and the 5-day challenge here. So keep in touch. Like, this has been so phenomenal, and we trust that you guys got so much value. And again, we are so open to all the feedback that you have for us, and we're going to continue to pour into you and get your emails answered. And showing up in the Facebook group with our content, with us, me and Suzaida, showing up as our authentic selves, and just really all of us are on this journey, elevating and uplifting each other and celebrating each other and acknowledging and seeing each other for what our gifts are, and just completely acknowledge you guys and celebrate you.
So, and now to transition to the conclusion, we're going to invite you guys to schedule a 30-minute strategy activation call. And why are we inviting you to this? Well, first of all, we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you about your experience. And it's another way for us to really help you ground your experience in you and set you up for your next step. And yes, there is a possibility that we may invite you to work with us, to coach with us. However, we don't want you to think of this as a sales call. Like, the invitation to work with us is simply one of the ways that could potentially be an empowering next step for you. But there are also other ways. We're not attached to working with you guys. That is not our ultimate intention. Our ultimate intention is that we pour into you and get you super clear on what your ultimate next step is going to be. And that can look like a number of different ways. And one of those ways could be just a simple, strategy, like a simple tool, or maybe we connect you with another coach, one of our speakers who might be a better fit for supporting you in your journey. Like, there's so many possibilities for that next step. And so we invite you to attend the strategy activation call. And the other ask that I have, actually, this is coming inspired. This is totally coming out of me inspired. We're also going to connect with you guys and just get feedback from you specifically on, if you don't book the strategy activation call, which we hope you do, like, take advantage of it, of that 30 minutes, because we're going to pour into you. You guys hear us say this, like, we are pouring into our community because we see you, we get you, and we know that we can make a difference for you. So schedule that strategy activation call. In case you don't, we're still going to reach out to you and get some feedback on like what worked for you in this 5-day challenge, what didn't work, because we want to be able to do this again and do it better and serve the next group of people better. Like we said, we did this on a whim, like totally last minute, and I am pretty proud of what we pulled off, and I'm even more proud of the experiences that you guys have had. So yeah, I think that I am complete, and I'm going to post the link to the strategy activation call. I know some of you have actually been on a number of strategy call or a number of calls with us, you know, for free. So here's another opportunity. We're offering, again, another way to connect with us more intimately. So take advantage of it. Take it, take it, take it, or receive it, not take it, receive it, receive it, receive it. Okay, yes, now I'm complete. Anything else, sister?
Well, yeah, well, go get it, everyone. And this goes for your life. This goes for your energy of celebration. This goes for you. Get it, receive it. Open your hands to the universe and receive all that you're worthy of and enough for. So we love you all, and so much love to everyone. Stay tuned, and thank you for being a part with us in this live life as your highest self 5-day challenge. So we're sending you all so much love. Happy day 5 and happy
weekend.
happy day. Okay.
Happy day, happy weekend. And okay, we're going to announce the winners next week. I think we said that. And mark your calendars for Elevate number 7, May 22 and 23. So if you guys missed, you know, Elevate the weekend, the past one, number 6, like show up as much as you can for Elevate number 7, because you guys are going to get coaching, spiritual coaching, breakthrough coaching, empowerment coaching from 10 different leaders who are coaches, healers, you know, they're entrepreneurs, they're people like up to big things in the world. Like take advantage. And it's only $27 to attend. Yeah, sorry, I wanted to plug that.
I know, absolutely. We're in an energy of celebration, right? And so this is going to be a big one, because this is going to be the last one that we're doing like on a monthly basis, and we're actually going to be shifting to bi-monthly. So really take advantage of these shifts that are happening as we're growing, as we're elevating, as the speakers are pouring in and sharing their gifts with the community. So we can't wait to see you there. Stay tuned, like I said, and everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. We love it.
Oh, just really quickly, there's a question in the audience. Do you want us to email the answers and send a screenshot of my chart? Yeah, just email it to us. That's really helpful. And yeah, I think that's it.
I love that, Brie. Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, just send us, you know what? And I love this feedback too, because we're gonna, if we do have another 5-day challenge, I love that, to take an actual screenshot of your handwriting. That's so powerful if you can send a screenshot to us. So we'll look out for that, Brie. Thank you so much. And yeah, everyone have a great day.
Now we're complete. Yeah. Bye guys, lots of love. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next week. Mwah. Okay.